Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. This is How to Invest. Spencer here, and I'm a little bit closer. Hope you guys don't mind, but someone mentioned there was a lot of background noise, and I apologize, it's just my laptop fan. So I moved a little bit closer, so hopefully my voice is a little bit more crisp and you can hear me a bit better. But this is going to be an update video on GrowGeneration, and it made a 15% move today. Man, you gotta be smashing my avocados. I've been making so many videos on this stock, just emphasizing how undervalued it has been. If we look at the quick chart for the month, we've been consolidating right around 22, 23, all the way down to 20, 20.9, 20.6, but mostly around the $22 range. And today we've shot all the way up to $25, a 3-point move. But I wanted to make this video just why this stock is making such a ferocious move upwards. Just the other day, someone had commented on one of my previous videos saying, I hope earnings report will give good numbers and guidance. It is embarrassing to watch this stock struggle getting above 22. Well, it had no problems getting above 23 and 24 and making its way up all the way to 25, almost 26. But to this I responded, I agree it is slightly worrying, but in my opinion, the biggest reason that it was being pulled down so much was the cannabis sector as a whole. And for that, I have just some other stocks to really emphasize this point. So Sundial Growers today is a very common retail traded stock for the cannabis sector just because of the cheap price. It was up 8% today, almost 9%. Was making a slight move downwards in the after hours. Tilray, which is maybe the most infamous in the industry, just for it's known to have huge runs back in the past. It was up over 300% when it first was put onto the market, and then also had a huge run up back in February when it went up to $60. But it is, like I said before, infamously known to fall very, very quickly. And it is back all the way down to $10 after it was at $60 just in February. And the last one I wanted to point out was Canopy. This one is mentioned the most in the mainstream media. For instance, Jim Cramer likes to mention this stock quite a bit due to their collaboration with Constellation Brands, which is an alcoholic beverage supplier and would allow them to make mass production of drinkables for cannabis. But he has kind of soured on this stock since it has fallen so much. And he typically doesn't like stocks going down. I won't get further into that right now, but for GrowGeneration stock today, there was no news at all. So what I truly believe is that this stock or sector of stocks really like to move in waves, and it was just at the bottom of one of their waves. If we look at, well, we did look at a lot of the charts for them, and they have all hit right around the bottoms of their March lows from a year and a half ago, which almost any sector in the stock market currently is 2x, 3x, or 4x, maybe even 5x, 10x their March lows from a year and a half ago. So to see something that is such an outlier for almost all of the stocks in the sector just made me very bullish and gave me a really good amount of conviction to buy these stocks heavily and keep pouring money into them just because I believe that they were undervalued and hit a price floor since they were consolidating so much. The price had gone sideways and people were saying, all right, enough is enough. This is getting undervalued. We're going to start buying this stock again. There were still some sellers in there and some selling pressure. But today, the bulls won, and it was very clear the bulls won in every single stock in the sector today. Does that make GrowGeneration better or worse than any of these? I wouldn't even go off of the percent that they moved today, but I do believe that GrowGeneration is the best opportunity, in my opinion, just because of the fact that they're already a profitable company. as I said before, if you guys watch my videos, it is very hard to be a profitable company and make money on a consistent basis. And that's what makes stocks an attractive asset, is you investing in a company and them returning more on that investment. But if we look at all the other companies, they don't have PE ratios, which means they don't earn money on a bottom line. And GrowGeneration is very lucrative already. They have a 37 forward PE. Their trailing PE is quite high at almost 70, 69, nice. But this company is growing at a very rapid pace. If we look at their last quarter results, they grew almost 200% for revenue year over year, and their earnings year over year is growing at almost the same exact rate, almost 200%. So average for a company, I guess in the S&P would typically be single digits. So to see this is phenomenal. A high number for most companies would be hitting the double digits year over year. And I think this is sustainable because there will continue to be more and more opportunities for this company as legalization expands. And their balance sheet is also phenomenal. They don't have, well, I guess they do have a good amount of cash for the market capitalization. So their market cap is only 1.5 billion, and they have over 124 million and only 33 million in debt. So they can easily service their debt and still have $90 million to spend and continue to acquire more companies because that's what they like to do, because they are vertically integrated. But yeah, like I said earlier, this is just my favorite way to play the cannabis sector, because when people are going to buy products, it's a very cluttered race. There's so many options. It's very similar to liquor stores. There's so many options, and it's hard for a single company to be very dominant, let alone very dominant nationwide. So I think this business model is not only more lucrative currently, but is more easily replicated throughout the country, just because they can typically copy and paste their stores in populated locations and go from there and start making huge amounts of cash. So that is my update and I guess small bull thesis at the end of GrowGeneration stock. If you made it this long into the video, thank you very much for watching and have a great day.